Climate change. It's something we've heard a lot about lately. We read about it in the news, we see it on the TV, we see all the statistics about it, and even recently we've seen protests in the streets over it. With this flood of information, it can be a lot to take in, and sometimes we can feel like this guy on the screen. It's such a big problem that often we can feel helpless to do anything to combat it. However, there's one company that's aiming to change that for the consumer. They go by the name of Tesla Incorporated. Over the past few years, I've been following the company's main endeavors, and they have truly come a long way in helping to kickstart the green energy revolution. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 groundbreaking products that are giving consumers the power to fight back climate change. The products that are at the core of the Tesla ecosystem consist of the Model 3, their consumer car, the Tesla solar roof, their green energy production, and the Tesla Powerwall for green energy storage. Let's start where people know Tesla the most. That's in their electric vehicles, or in this case, the Model 3. Back in the day, traditional automakers started to make EVs that looked like this, a cube with wheels that was not appealing to anyone. Tesla aimed to change that. Tesla gave us this. It has a sporty design that people want to buy, and it's a car that just looks good. Not only that, but they beat those EVs in performance. They made cars that have a range that is similar to that of gas cars, around 270 to 350 miles on a single charge, and have 0 to 60 times that rival supercars, around 3 to 5 seconds for a typical Model 3. Not only that, but they made a car that's better for consumers. They made it have less maintenance costs, so you don't have to take it to the shop as often, since it doesn't have as many moving parts. They also obviously made it have less emissions. Since it's a completely electric car, it emits no CO2. Not only that, but it's cheaper to own overall. And according to Leslie Abbott from MarketWatch, in her article, "You'll Save Money on Gas with the Model 3, she states that it's estimated that you'll spend about $730 driving a Model 3 15,000 miles, as compared to the $1,200 you'd normally spend on a gas car of a similar price. The problem with that is, if that electricity that you put into your car is not green energy, that doesn't really help to combat climate change. So that's where the Tesla solar roof comes in. Now, whenever you think of a solar roof, you probably think of something that looks like this, and that's not appealing to anyone. So Tesla aimed to reimagine that and made it look something like this, a solar roof for the modern world. With Tesla's new solar technology, they were able to make transparent panels that have all the typical capabilities of solar panels that normally put on your roof. With this, you're still able to get the same return on investment as the normal solar roofs. And according to Sarah Gambone, a solar energy solutions writer, in her article, Solar for Homeowners, homeowners are able to make back their return on investment in about 7 to 20 years in the US, depending on where you're at. And not only that, but you're able to power your home and your car. But the only problem with that is most people see solar as a half-term energy, and you can only use it during the day. They think they'll be left in the dark during the night. But Tesla has a solution for that as well. In comes the Tesla Powerwall. The Tesla Powerwall may not look fancy, but this little white box is the key to unlocking green energy's full potential. Think of it as a power storage device, but for your house, much like the battery banks that we use for our phones. It allows you to store power during the day when you're not using it, and then tap into it at night whenever you need it. It also allows to make the grid far more sustainable as well. If we put more green energy into the grid, we're going to need to invest in energy storage solutions. According to CNBC, the US can, in their video, how the US can build a 100% sustainable grid. They mentioned that in order to make a fully sustainable grid, we're going to need to invest in more energy storage solutions like this so that we can rely less on coal and rely more on green energy, since it's not as sustainable, it's not as usable during the night. So there we have it. That's the full Tesla ecosystem. Tesla envisions every American home to look something like this: a Model 3 in the garage, a Tesla solar roof on the roof, obviously, and a Powerwall in the garage so that you can power your home at night. Overall, Something like this would have been impossible to do over 10 years ago. And thanks to Tesla's overall work in this space, we're able to do stuff that we never would have imagined. Being able to have make sustainable power on your own, store it for yourself, and still be able to make your daily commute, all while producing zero emissions, is something we only could have dreamed of. But thanks to the likes of Tesla, we're able to do now in this modern world. Sustainability is on the rise due to Tesla's shift towards it, and who knows, maybe the next car that you drive just might be a Tesla. Here's my works cited, and if there's any questions or comments, please post them down below.